welcome back to my channel. So I took a poll on my Instagram and everybody voted for my concealer collection. So I have a few concealers. I don't have that many. However, I did get one new concealer that I'm not debuting because that's going to be in a separate video. So I am going to show you guys all the concealers that I own. I'm going to swatch all of them on my wrist. So stay tuned. So I am obsessed with Too Faced multi-use sculpting concealer, and I got this in the color Mocha. So I went to get this like on my birthday, and the girl talked me into getting a bright concealer because normally I'm dull when it comes to my under eyes. I prefer to just get something close to my complexion and done. But she talked me into getting a brighter one, and I'm so happy she did because whenever I want like a brighter under eye, I go to this concealer. So this is what it looks like. Now depending on what I set my under eye with is when you see its true color. So if I go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder, it's going to be a little bright. If I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, it's going to be a little bright. However, if I go in with my Derma Blend powder, it's going to look how my under eyes look right now, with maybe a hint of a little brightness, but it's usually pretty much true to color depending on what setting powder I use. So this one retails for about $29 if I'm not mistaken. This concealer I have is the Fenty Beauty concealer. So I got this when it first came out. I got the color 390. I'm not really a fan of this concealer. This is the color in comparison to Mocha. I don't know what it is. I don't really like it. I feel like it only sets well with certain under eye powders. And then I returned the Fenty Beauty under eye powder because it was like separating on my face. So I was just like, I don't need those problems. So I returned it. But to be honest, I reach for this like if I just want like a super natural face. I just like tap it under my under eyes and then call it a day. So my next concealers are the e.l.f. concealers. So I have, actually, you know what? I have 3 of them. So I have Rich Chocolate, which is my skin tone, the hydrating version of Deep Cinnamon, which is what I highlight with, and the matte version of Deep Cinnamon. So Rich Chocolate, I really use this to color correct. I use this to color correct, so it gets like my under eyes and around my mouth, which is usually darker. I use the hydrating one in Deep Cinnamon because, you know, I like to let it sit, and that's the beauty of this concealer and the Too Faced concealer. You can let it sit and it'll dry down, and then it's a little bit of a thicker consistency, so it spreads beautifully and it gives you like phenomenal coverage. So that's why I like to do that with this. So this is Deep Cinnamon, and now this is Deep Cinnamon in the matte. So it's a little bit more on the drier side, which is why I prefer to get the hydrating, because, you know, matte foundation, matte under eyes. Not to say that it's wrong, however, I think I like the hydrating because it just kind of gives my under eyes a little bit more dewiness, since my under eyes can get a little dry with all the mattifying powders. So one of my oldies but goodies is the MAC Pro Longwear in NW40. Now that's a throwback. I've had this for so long. So this is the NW40 right there. I've had this concealer for so long. It's an oldie but goodie. Actually, I think I'm gonna drag it back out. I miss using it. That was the like first concealer I really used. I remember I met Pharrell on Fashions Night Out, and if you did not get to participate in Fashions Night Out, sorry to say, they cut that thing short. But it was bomb. It was a night where a lot of the brands came together, like knowing that, you know, like recession and everything was going on, so they were able to like make some deals. I remember Solange was DJing somewhere, and everything was in Soho, and he was launching the Billionaires Girls Club tea, and of course I was in line to see Pharrell because, you know, that was like my longtime love. Still is my longtime love. So I waited in line, I got my shirt, and I took a picture with him, and I put this concealer all over my face. You couldn't really tell, but I remember I did, and I was just like, I I can't believe I put that concealer all over my face, but you couldn't really notice, so I was good to go. But that's my memory with my Pro Longwear concealer. So the next concealer I have is the Makeup Revolution concealer. So this is C12. I use this once in a blue when I want something super bright under my eyes. I'll just add it on top for a little bit more brightness. I'm out of the 13. This is the C12. I used to use the 13 as a base for my eyelids, and the eyeshadows used to lay perfectly. It was a great eyeshadow base. So I hope you guys enjoyed the smallest concealer collection. I do want to add more, but you know, I'm a little skeptical of concealers because I've had experiences where things break apart and I'm just not here for it. But if you guys have any other recommendations, don't forget to list them down below. And please also don't forget to thumbs up this video, and don't forget to comment and subscribe and share. Support your girl. So as usual guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.